Good morning from CME Traveling, guys. How's everybody doing this morning out there? Live in the chat. Thank you so much for popping in here. And today is July the 17th, and hopefully everybody knows it's Friday. I know Marsha went out here singing. She knew it's Friday. Yeah, she's got the coffee, got everything, got her little bit of lunch of her yogurt and stuff like that, like I was mentioning yesterday, or the other day, one of them. But anyway, and her the protein, Premier Protein, I think it's what it's called. But today I just finished. I've had an espresso this morning. Had a vanilla espresso. Matter of fact, I fixed for me. Had that just a small little, I guess you call it two shots of espresso. Drank that, and now I started on the coffee. So, yeah, I slept fine. Just feel tired. One of them nights where you lay down, your head hits the pillow, and the clock goes off. That's what it felt like, anyway. Yeah. After this right here, I gotta get ready, and I'm gonna run down. My father is he's going to have some surgery, so they're going to be about an hour and a half away from where I live at, and I'm going to run and see them as soon as this is over. I got to run and get that, see him. He's got to be there at 10 this morning too, so it's about a little over an hour and a half drive for them. So I'm hoping prayers from my dad that the surgery goes well and all that. Let's go ahead real quick. I just put the question for today and our topic. This is going to be our topic today. I have to this one thing that pops up from Ecamm. It pops up right in the middle of something when I go to click on the separate screen of the actual YouTube. Click into the live chat and look at it. And but today's it's a little bit it's a vicey, but it's a little bit off the wall type of thing. It was a Unhinged cruise tips that actually work. They may not work every time. They may not work for you, but these are things that has been proven that does work. Tell us what is yours, and I'll explain a little bit of them here in just a little bit. What is your Unhinged cruise tips for today? If you'll please tell us in the chat. The first one, looks like a lot of folks are understanding this right here, the 3 envelope system. You put your 1 through 10s in something, and then you put your 20s, and then you put your $100 bills. Now, some people look at this like this. This is how you could say this. Your 1, 5s, and 10s. This is just a little tip. Some people, they said, I remember this actually in school. I never practiced this. We have done something similar like this before when we go on some trips. We'll plan this way. Tips or small things that you may small purchases that are going to be under $10. You put your 1s, 5s, and 10s together in an envelope, and that's considered like for tips. Okay. Then you have for excursions, you have your 20s. You put all your 20s in something. This is how you save this. And then for your $100 bills, some of us put that in there for casino. That is how you save that money. It's it just works somehow. It has. I've proven that it's worked. Me and Marsha have to our own selves to do that. The next one on here would be bring your own seasoning packets. Now, yeah, this would have really been in a little more handy when we first started with MSC, especially their food, a little more, it's Mediterranean. Sometimes there's not that a lot of seasoning in their foods. They've gotten tremendously better, but bringing your own, it's just simple as bringing your own salt and pepper. I know that's like annoying that, that you got to take that. For me, it'd be annoying, but this is one of the tips. They swear for picky eaters, it'll help, it don't have to be just salt and pepper. It could be some Creole stuff, whatever it is you really like. It could be as simple as bringing your own coffee mate, to do your coffee, to make sure you're going to get that coffee the way you want it. Also, specialty restaurant bar cocktails. Now, what I mean by that one, and it wasn't enough room to put this in here, but I have, someone told us, I think on World America, Josh, the Moonlight Adventures, he told us to go to the Mexican bar and get I think it was to get a drink. It's where he went and got something. But especially restaurant bars, they do tend to make sometimes better cocktails. I have seen this. I went once. This was on Carnival, and I want to say I was either on. I think it was on Celebration, and I do believe Huddle Adventures told me. Eddie said to go to the steakhouse and make sure to go to their bar and get something there. I think it's where it was at, because it was on Celebration or Mardi Gras or somewhere like that. Someone told me. I'm pretty sure it was Huddle Adventures told me that one too. And and I forget to do those things but they're very, very good. And then last but not least, right here, and 50% have said that out of 10 votes coming in, is casino comp cruise booking strategy. That is probably one that a lot of folks was advised early on from Mike Gormley and different folks to the Naughty Cruiser to start. We played in the casino, but we were just playing roulette and stuff like that. Then we got into playing, even Antoinette was telling us that the perks was coming through Antoinette at Fun. Perks would be more, your offers come more on they get a little faster through slots. And if you want to know how that is, look at something I just got. Looky there, what I got here. Step-by-step playbook, hacking. Now, he ain't paid me a dime for this, but I got it right here. This is from Chris from Cruising on Cross. Everybody knows right here is little Chris. And yep, we ordered that book, got it from Amazon. I've read so far at least the first 4 chapters so far. So, what I call first 4 chapters. I'm on chapter 6 now. Creating a plan. Anyway, got that in on Monday. No, I got it in on Tuesday. Been reading it. I wanted to save it till Friday to share with y'all, and to show it off. I'm really happy, and I want to thank him very much. He, thank you very much, there, Chris. He speaks of myself and Marsha in the special thanks. I want to say that right there. I'll show you right there. And you have to pick it up and read it to see what he says right there. But anyway, let me say some hellos. Y'all know what we're going to be talking about right here. I can give you, let me throw out just a couple of others to get your thoughts in the way that I'm thinking of this, of the unhinged type of things. Another unhinged thing is if the price drop, rebooking before the final payment. You can do that. You can, Denise just saved a ton of money on something. I forget what it was. Another little tip would be just like carrying a, make sure you carry, take the extra clothesline. That's, a string, double magnets, or, things that's going to really help. A collapsible, that's what I mean, a fabric bin. These are just in various places. Another one right here, ask for off-menu items when you're in main dining room. That's something you can do. I personally have done this, and I don't mean like I went, hey, I know it's this night, can you get me lobster? No. As simple as mashed potatoes. That's all I asked for is could I get mashed potatoes? Because I liked it with a certain meal, and it wasn't offered on what I was reading there. And but that's one that you can do. I mentioned to you the specialty drinks right there. This one's a great strategy. When you go to a lot of these islands, and whether private islands or whatever, there's usually a charge for the umbrella where you're going to be sitting, or you're out in the open and you're there all day, and they have these 5 to 10 minute downpours. Take you an umbrella. It'll there has been times in January, February when we're walking back because it's pouring the rain and we're on one of these islands or on excursion. That rain can be cold that time of year, just something you do. Another one, and I know a lot of people know this little unhinged type of hack is, bring some it's got to be like certain foods. Maybe bring they got to be sealed and everything. I'm like this person who wrote what I'm getting ready to say. I would love to have more offers of potato chips while I'm on board. And maybe it's because of the sea air, but I guess I crave that, I like salty potato chips. That's just something that I would love to have late in the evenings, whether you're sitting and watching a comedy or sitting and watching a movie. Anything like that would be just I think it'd make it a lot better myself, But those are the kind of things. Maybe also unhinged. You may bring your knitting stuff. Those that knit, and I know there's some clubs in there. It's also great for if you're out and about and you're knitting, and someone else is. It's a conversation starter if that's what you're looking to do, and speak to other folks. Yeah, those kind of things. Let's see what y'all have to say. Let's see who joined us this morning, if they're still in here with us. I hope so. Let me pop in here and say good morning to John Gaylor. Good morning. John joined us here. And do not forget, as soon as we're off of here, you run right over there to Sea Leg Journeys to Chet and Robin on this Motivational Friday. We have good morning from Scott. Thanks for being in here. And I do know DT Cruiser, yes. Top of the morning to you there too. Hope you're doing well. I had seen it in there. I don't know why I went right by it. Hey, good morning, Just Ricky. Listening while driving. Be careful. Safe travels. And Cruising on Comps. Good morning there. Yep. Just mentioned you there. I'm sure you was in here you was in here before I even said anything. And I hadn't even said a word to him that we was getting the book and reading it and everything. So it's been great. It's been really good. Law Jones is in here this morning. Good morning from Great Lakes. It's got that Canadian fog. Is that Canadian fog considered fire? Smoke? I don't know. But Canadian fog has you covered at 78 degrees, heading to 89 today, 40% chance of rain. Wow. I don't think we're going to get any rain. so-called governor for Virginia, she come to the area and telling people to back off of using so much water because of how the lake here, the Smith Mountain Lake, it's a massive lake and it does a lot of business for the area. It's over 500 miles of shore. And, but anyway, telling people not to use water. They can't get, a lot of people's boats are even stuck in the mud, stuff like that. But she's not very popular in this area. Anyway, bring your own creamer, seasoning, and hot sauce. You're exactly right, Just Ricky. She nailed it right on the head right there. John Gaylor, a complete resource for understanding casino comps, rewards programs, and smart strategies to help you get more value from every cruise. And that is true. And there's where you can go to get it. That should take you down. I got mine off of Amazon. And thank you, John, for sharing that right there. If I see it down in here, I can actually, where is that at? Let's see, there's him. Ain't none of them in order. I can't, I'll find it in a minute though, right here a little bit. But thank you for sharing that. I'll throw it up there again real quick. Y'all can go there, check that out. Make sure you do. It's cruisingoncomps.com. And yes, safe travel, prayers for, yes, for my father, yes. Danny Dizzle, thanks for being in here this morning. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing good. And Danny's sending a big old blanket hello. A little busy today. Down South Stitcher. There's somebody that probably brings their stitching on the ship, being able to do. Warm, strong event. Bill, thank you for getting up with me this morning. I appreciate it there, brother. I hope you're doing well. I always enjoy. I only met Bill, that brief time when we were on Glory and before we got on and everything. But any conversations I have, Bill, I like. He's a man that I like. I enjoy talking to. Sea tripping with Kim and Marsha does too. Me and Marsha both talk about how we enjoyed someone we met that we really enjoyed meeting. Which I enjoy meeting them all, but there's some that stick out. Some of them I glamorize a little bit more, and Bill's one of them that I really think's a great person. But sea tripping with Kim, you want me to tell you who I don't think is? Just kidding. Join the members club and y'all might find out. Let's see. Morning all. Sea tripping with Kim and Scott. Oh my goodness. I ain't even had nothing to drink. Except coffee. Let's see. Ryan Parker Studios. Good morning. Wet my mouth. Might get a little dry. Let's see. Travel with Josie Ann. Good morning. Popping in here. Let's see. I saw some. There it is. I knew John. I thought I'd seen it. I'd seen it down in the YouTube part, but I couldn't get to it. I don't take any ones on cruises. 200s and fives. Oh, in $200 in fives, and as well as 20s, 50s, and 100s. Yeah, it's kind of like us. This is the way we do. Afternoon over there. Cruise Life. Pete, Lisa. Hope y'all are doing well. And Just Ricky also said, also take a small first aid kit with generic meds for pain and colds. Yes, this came in very handy on our last cruise, did it not? We know that. Let's see, Mickey's Adventures. Thanks for being in here. Law Jones also says, if you're bringing your own seasoning pack, please make sure it's in a factory sealed pack. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. Not a spice cabinet full of baggies. Yeah, this is just oregano. That's all it is, people. Just a little oregano on here. Nope, not rolling oregano. Let's see. You're more welcome there, Chris. Let's see. There it is. There's what I was looking for earlier, the step-by-step book. That's what I was trying to get to so I could start in for you there. And let me see if I can top chat. There we go. See if it'll redo this, repurpose it. But I didn't. Well, I got a little bit to go. Here it is, right there. Shoot. Pin. I guess I pinned it. All right. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Anyway. So, who else? Who else? A banana split from the kids' menu. Ooh, that's a good one to get. Scott says she saved $300, Denise did, on the Unhinged Ungroup cruise. She went back and rebooked. Exactly, Scott. Ain't that's a great savings right there. My sister she wasn't too sure if I was going to go live. Yeah, I got a little bit of time. I can get down there to them by the time I get done here. Scott, Cruising on Comp says 99% on booking on the end. He's about positive. He's almost 99. He's going on the Unhinged. You are cool. The dogs. He's back. The dogs are back. Yep. Law Jones umbrella can shield you from the sun. Also, yes. Lee, thank you so much for stopping by and being with us today. And we have Da Fam Adventures. All right, I did say hello to Josie Ann. I want to make sure I did. Yep, always your support. Yeah, of course. Trish sets sail, working and lurking. Running through. My Cruising on Comps book for Carnival came in this week. We'll start it hopefully. Yeah, that's yeah. I wasn't going to start reading it yet. I thought, well, I'll mention it and then I'll start reading into it. And then I got into reading it. So I'm looking at his flaw. You know, I've talked to him. A lot of the stuff that's in the book, he had spoke a little bit. We had talked a little bit about a lot of this stuff when we were on just most recently on the Carnival Horizon together. And that's the first time we had met up, but we had talked a lot about this right here. Y'all are getting your copies before I get my author copy. Really? Let's see. Good morning there, Mom. Hope you're doing well. And Mom's going to be the one that I know will be taking care of Dad so prayers for her. Down South Stitcher. Yes, always bring my cross stitching, diamond painting. Oh, painting. I forgot about that. Also host a cruise every other year for a group of crafters. Next one is November the 27th out of New York. Repositioning cruise. Ooh, a big 13-day cruise. That's a good one. You know, there was a bunch of them knitting once, and I think I went and sat down with a bunch that was coloring. Just everybody. It was an adult coloring. Well, kids could color too. It wasn't like adult stuff, but on Carnival. That was one of my first cruises. Yeah, I just got up early and this was like 9 a.m. and had coloring books. I don't think I've told too many people that one. Let's see. Run through here just a little bit and get on down through here because I had a few more things to share with y'all on this right here. Bone tired travelers. Good morning. Are you still off today, or is today back to work? I figured if you were off during the week, you might be. You know, I don't know. Let's see. Cruising on Comps says, yes, sir. He's always talking to the Fam Adventures. Likely be working a lot on the cruise, but it's still the best view there. Oh yeah, your view for, you know, if you're going to be working, that is the convenient, very, very convenient and nice that he gets to be able to do that. Thank y'all so much. 17 votes come in. Most people are saying that that getting the comps on for out of the casino is probably one of those unhinged things that's I'm going to say it's working. It's one of those that I guarantee you will work, and you do not have to go. You don't have to be I mean, whether you lose or however you come out, it's going to pay off with what they offer you. You know, I don't know if you're going to get right up there just yet. Will you get into the what am I trying to say? The ocean views and then the balconies or suite. Some of them's been even offered suites, so yeah, it's pretty good. Back to work is what Bone Tired Travelers was telling me, but a little more on the unhinged type of advice. Just go pack and go philosophy type of thing. You know, pack your essentials, make it, very light. Don't overthink it. Now, I would have a very hard time at doing this one. I just would. The envelope budgeting system prevents overspending. Magnetic clotheslines solve the space, for space that you're looking for. Asking for a special meal preparations can create a memorable dining experience, so there's something you can do. Not every tip on here will work for every cruiser, like I was telling you, but you can experimenting unconventional approaches, of this. You'll figure out something that will work for you. That is that's just a little bit, another one, insurance wise. Some people do a family cruise insurance. You can get where you can cover a whole family because it's, the whole, like a group. You can get insurance that way. Another one is to maybe book your next cruise while you're on that cruise. I don't know. We've done this, and there's good offers that way. You can take advantage of certain things like that when you're booking a cruise while I'm on a cruise. But as soon as we did it, we found something we liked even better when we did that, me and Marsha. Something else to be sure and to do, take that vitamin C. Take things to protect yourself. There's some, you can get it. Marsha gets these at Walmart. It's called Emergency Immunity. These pills that I guess they're pills or chewable or whatever they are. But it may help build up your system where, you may not get the bug or get certain things when you're out and about, like on a cruise ship. I like the umbrella one. That's something we probably need to take more. And we do have some small umbrellas to take with us. Does anybody ever ask, for something that's not on the menu when you're in the main dining room or something, or even at a specialty restaurant? I'm sure you can ask somewhere like that. That's one of those little things that you can ask for. By the way, real quick, I didn't know, it's a little bit exciting news. I thought it was in Port Canaveral. They are extending in Terminal 5 the parking deck, and it is and they still have this parking deck being used. So if anybody's headed to that direction, just know if you got to park in, that parking deck. They're making it so they can put the bigger ships there and everything. Pretty soon it'll hold over 5,000 cars in the parking deck there. And I was a little bit on the cruise news side of things. And be sure and check out the rebooking before the final payment. Like you said, you saved up to over $300. And that 3 envelope, I think that's a great little strategy. At least to have the cash there. At least you'll have it. However you spend it's how you spend it. And of course, last but not least, casino comps, cruise booking strategy. I can't tell you enough of how much that one. This is, now that I'm reading what this is, but you could even save up to 90% on future sailings. He's got video and everything. Right here's a book that tells you read this, it's going to be like a step-by-step guide of getting you there. It sure is. Let me see anybody else come in here real quick. Yeah, Law Jones said the vitamin C, remember, it's water. So you can only use 500 milliliters at a time. Take 2 doses, spread it out over the day. That is exactly right. John Gaylor says start taking a high dose and then continue for a week. TNT stopped by in here. Thank you so much, Tom and Terry. Good morning to you. And cruising on, I just purchased my annual travel insurance. Saved ton. Buying yearly does, it's what me and Marsha do. And guys, I thank y'all so much for popping in here on Friday. Make sure you go over there to Chet and tell Sea Leg Journeys good morning from us. I got to get out of here today, guys. I got to run, like I said, go see my dad and be with them while everything's going on with the surgery. But we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head.